Yeah, we're at the track covering the sport of kings. Coming up in this week's show, a third consecutive Jamaica Cup win for Super Mare Atomica at Caymanas Park as her trainer Gary Subratie enjoyed triumph in both Saturday's Mouttet Mile win and urine races. 2 stakes wins at Aqueduct in New York for Barbadian trainer Saffie Joseph Jnr. World-famous jockeys aboard his winners, Frankie Dettori in the Long Island Stakes and John Velazquez in the Pebbles Stakes. Plus the usual update on the number of Caribbean victories in North American racing. Our opening story from Jamaica. Saturday's main event, the Jamaica Cup, a Mouttet Mile win and urine qualifier. The outstanding 5-year-old mare Atomica going for a third straight win in the third richest race on the Caymanas Park calendar. Ex-champion jockey Dane Dawkins aboard the 7-horse. The Gold Cup winner Fun Can Done, who beat Atomica in his last 2 starts, also entered here with Robert Halladine aboard. There's the field for the $6 million event. Only the Mouttet Mile and the Jamaica Derby carrying bigger purses in Jamaican racing. Number 4, reigning 2-time horse of the year Atomica, the 6-5 favourite. Number 5, Rhythm Buzz on a 4-race winning streak, a strong 3-1 bet. The 6-horse Run Julie Run, the Phyllis Guinness winner and Derby runner-up, is at 5-1. And Fun Can Done, going for a 4th consecutive win in the 7-box, is the 5-2 second favourite. Ace commentator Brad Rickman picks them up mid-race with Atomica in control, leaving the far turn. The fading Neo Star closest with Fun Can Done and Run Julie Run quickening to go in chase in sloppy racing conditions.
Atomica now sent through. She leads up by some 3 or 4 lengths. Neo Star continues the chase. Run Julie Run is asked to close up with Fun Can Done now beginning to accelerate. Further and behind has more to find but now begins to go. Atlantic Convoy overtakes a fading Neo Star. Fearless Soul is there but it is Atomica about to arrive at the final 5/16th in the Jamaica Cup. Can they catch her? It is Atomica. The filly, Run Julie Run, best of the rest. Fun Can Done asked to kick in on the outside, but down the stretch it is Atomica and Dane Dawkins. Inside the final 3/16th, Atomica with the lead. The brave Run Julie Run now trying to whittle away at it. Atomica out in front. Run Julie Run begins to get closer. Atomica asked to continue on inside the final 16. Dane Dawkins all over Atomica. Run Julie Run running her heart out, but Atomica wins the Jamaica Cup over Run Julie Run.
Winning rider Dawkins said post-race he did not feel threatened by Run Julie Run's late challenge. The Oak Ridge Farms owned Gary Subratie trained Atomica, getting her 4th win this year for groom Lindell Bennett and 17th lifetime victory. And after unplaced efforts in the previous 2 Mouttet Mile runs, including the jockey falling last year approaching the final bend, trainer and rider very optimistic about her bid for the US $250,000 event on the 7th of December.
She's a different frame of mind right now. We spaced her out a lot this year. We didn't over-race her. And I think going into the Mouttet Mile, hopefully everything turned, the right keys are turned and she's good to go.
She's a very good horse, and this race and coming Mouttet Mile, she's going to be a better horse.
Atomica by 3/4 of a length as a 6-5 favourite wins the Jamaica Cup for a 3rd year in a row. Run Julie Run 2nd in the Derby in August, 2nd in another rich event here at 5-1 odds. The winning time for 9.5 furlongs, 2 minutes, 0.20 seconds. Another Mouttet Mile win and urine qualifier on Saturday. The Port Royal Sprint, a highly anticipated clash between 2 of the more exciting Mouttet Mile prospects, Desert Orchid and Pack Plays. Disappointment early though for the favourite Pack Plays on the inside here, with jockey Dick Cardenas in the Red Silks having stirrup trouble and forced to ride cowboy style.
Desert Malibu now goes on. Pack Plays trying to stay. Ryder could have lost his irons. A huge gap opens up to major danger. And is that a fact? Racing together. Wall Street Trader has a lot to do with Sensational Move, and Perfect Brew has never been anything but last as they're going to come into the top of the lane. It is a Desert of Malibu with that lead. Pack Plays with the disadvantage. The rider has no irons as they charge with 3/16 to run. It is a Desert of Malibu in control, spraying them with mud and water as they arrive at the furlong pole. Desert of Malibu and a Radish Roman are clear. This is the Port Royal Sprint. A 16th to run. It's the mare Desert of Malibu. She's overwhelmed them. She's left them all in shock and awe. Desert of Malibu wins it. Close between Is That a Fact and Wall Street Trader. Pack Plays.
Leading jockey Radish Roman unchallenged at the end for the win. His 117th of the season, putting him 2 clear of Tevin Foster in the Jockeys Championship race. The Houston Stables Desert of Malibu with a 4 1/4 length win over the 49-1 outsider Wall Street Trader in the Port Royal Sprint, giving trainer Subratie Saturday's big race double. The 5-year-old mare clocking 112.67 for the 6 furlong sprint. Now, before we leave the Caribbean, I can tell you that there is racing at the Garrison Savannah in Barbados this weekend on Saturday, including the John Simpson Memorial Classic, that field including the top-rated So Suave and Renaissance Frolic. Now, there's hardly a week these days on the At the Track show that we don't report a Saffie Joseph Jnr. stakes win, and there are 2 big ones this week for the Barbadian trainer. None of these at his Gulfstream Park, Florida base, both all the way New York at Aqueduct racetrack starting Friday in the $175,000 Pebbles Stakes. Multiple award-winning and Hall of Fame jockey John Velazquez in the green cap on the outside, challenging for the lead aboard the longest shot in the field. Saffie's 18-1 bet, No More Candy.
The leader is Makenga, but No Mo Candy is ready to challenge, is now within a half length of the leader. Way to Be Marie is all in here from third, oversubscribed, has about 5 to make up. They reach the top of the lane. The leader is still Makenga trying to gut it out. No Mo Candy's been stalking and watching the action, and No Mo Candy is now challenging and puts a head in front. A big late run, oversubscribed, and also right there, Way to Be Marie. The leader is No Mo Candy, oversubscribed, is running at a time, trying to catch this leader. No Mo Candy wins the Pebbles. It's No Mo Candy who wins it.
Velazquez, among the most successful riders in USA racing history, 53 years old now, but still strong and brilliant in this finish, with over 6,600 career victories, including 3 wins in the Kentucky Derby. Velazquez links up with Saffie for their first stakes win together, with a 3-year-old filly that showed a lot of spunk.
When she got to the first turn, she got pretty aggressive. But by the time we got to the back stretch, I was just gonna put my hands down, let her relax, and she actually came back to me once and I kind of put my hands down. I was trying to pull her back and she was going forward. And after that, it was pretty easy. When Makenga went out on the second turn, I just kind of put her right next to him. She relaxed really well and got to the top of the stretch. She had a nice finish, very nicely, yeah.
Making a successful graded stakes debut, No Mo Candy upsets in the Pebbles at 18-1 for her 3rd win in 4 lifetime starts since her debut in June at Gulfstream Park for Saffie. A length and a quarter the winning margin, the time 134.84 over the turf mile. Still at New York's Aqueduct racetrack, old-time great jockey Frankie Dettori also delivered his first ever stakes win for Saffie Joseph Jr., scoring in Sunday's $300,000 Long Island Stakes. The crafty Dettori rating the 4-year-old Ireland-bred filly Be Your Best expertly gate to wire in the 11 furlong turf race. A cluster of horses getting closer, approaching the far turn, but Dettori had ensured he had enough gas in the tank to repel their challenges.
Be Your Best, gonna try and take them all the way. Still just kind of loping along here into that turn. Be Your Best is in control, and here's what love looks like. The first challenge blushes down towards the inside. John Velazquez waiting for the cue. In between horses, Tight Hold Avenue Niel, Broadway Boogie, Be Your Best trying to bottom out the field right now, and Be Your Best sprints for home and has plenty. It's Be Your Best who's back up by 2.5 lengths, approaching a final furlong. A host of pursuers. No Show Sammy Joe is lifting now. Be Your Best a final 16th. No Show Sammy Joe is trying to nail this leader. Be Your Best is almost there. It's gonna be a photo finish.
Be Your Best and Dettori on the inside, just holding on from the fast-finishing No Show Sammy Joe, ridden by Flavian Pratt, who had won the previous weekend's Breeders' Cup filly and mare turf with Moira for Barbadian groom Peter Lopez. Nostalgic this win for Dettori. His first ever winning ride in New York in 1991 came in this Long Island Stakes 33 years ago. Originated from Italy, now based in the USA, the 53-year-old Dettori is supposed to be winding his career down, but you have to wonder about that when you see rides like these as he steers Saffie Joseph's Be Your Best to her first graded stakes victory from 13 tries. Scoring a mild upset in the Long Island Stakes at 9-1 odds, edging the 8-5 favorite No Show Sammy Joe by a nose. Be Your Best clocks 214.36 for the 11 furlong run as Saffie Joseph Jr. extends his personal career best stakes wins in a season to 32 and remains number 6 on the trainers list in all of North America with horses earnings of over $15.31 million US. Our weekly tally of Caribbean wins in the USA and Canada now. Before we go, those numbers significantly down since the closure of most of the Canadian tracks for the winter season. In the past week, since our last show, I've counted 23 victories, among them the young Barbadian riders Micah Husbands and Elijah Greenidge with 3 wins each at Gulfstream Park in Florida, and a pair of wins as well for the Barbadian jockeys Deshaun Gaskin and Juan Crawford at Woodbine in Canada. We've been at the track covering top stories and exciting races in the sport of kings. Check us out again next week.